Very good morning to all. Before starting the session, I will intimate some 2 to 3 points. The first point is simply in case of any network issues occur, suppose some network failure occur, you don't leave the session. Please stay on the session. I will rejoin within 5 minutes. This is the worst case scenario. So we have many networks. I will rejoin within 5 minutes from other networks. So please close the session and leave out of the session. Stay for maximum in the worst case 5 minutes. Okay. And the very, very important thing is at any point of time, if you have any doubt, you have two options. If you are unable to ping the message, no problem. You can unmute yourself and ask the doubt. Why? Because I am saying only the doubts is last 10 minutes. That is not my thing. Why? For example, if the doubt at the starting point until the ending concept, there is a doubt. That is the reason. If you have any doubt at any point of time, not a problem. Unmute yourself and ask the doubts. Okay? I think clear. Now, before starting the session, what happened in the last session? So maybe some of students are new to this class. Okay, that is the reason within the first 10 minutes, not only this class, each and every class, I am repeating what happened in the last session. Okay, first one, the course content. That is, what are the contents, that is syllabus that we are going to cover throughout our syllabus. Okay, first we discussed the syllabus. Okay, after that, what we discussed, SDLC. What is mean by SDLC? SDLC is software development life cycle. That means what are the phases that you have to follow for designing a software? The phases you follow for designing a software. That is software development life cycle. What are the phases? First one is requirements gathering and then planning. After completion, here I will write down for your understanding. First 10 minutes for new joiners. Okay. So here what is my thing? SDLC. So the phases are first requirements gathering, after requirements gathering, planning. So generally these together are called analysis, right or wrong? Analysis. After that we are moving into design and then implementation. Design, implementation. Here we have some other points also. What are those points? Testing and then deployment. So these are the phases that are followed by any software development. Here, all the things are not at all important for us. What is important for us? Whatever the analysis we did, that is, whenever the user gives some requirements, this is my project, sir. Please prepare a project based on these requirements. I analyze all the requirements and design an architecture. Now you need to convert the architecture into coding. Yes, for that we need a programming language. We discussed in the last session, no problem. If anyone missed the session, we will provide the recorded video. For the first 5 days, we will provide the recorded video. You can go on this video. Again, if you have any doubt, please ask me, not a problem. Okay. So converting that analysis or design into coding. Analysis or design into coding by using a programming language. Here we are using the programming language Java. We are using the programming language Java for conversion. Clear? That is my first point. After that, what we covered? What is mean by software? The given the definition of software. So software is set of programs to do some task. Software is categorized into two types: system software and application software. System software means the software that is designed to run the system like operating system. Application software means the software that is designed to run a specific application, a specific task. So, okay. And the final point is all these are the basic contents. From this, I entered into Java programming. You remember? I entered into Java programming. Now, what are the applications? What are the applications? Mainly four types of applications. Remember, standalone application, and second one is anyone web application, and third one is enterprise application, and the last one is mobile application. So these are the four types of applications. Java standalone applications means the applications are for in a desktop. That means we are designing a software for desktop like VLC media player. This is installed in one system. No need of any internet for executing VLC. No need of any internet. Simply a software that is installed on a particular system. Such type of applications are called standalone applications. Now, web application. Any application, here application means a software, you got it? Any application that requires internet. For example, IRCTC, Book My Show, Facebook, Gmail, any application that requires internet. Such applications are called web applications. That means I am opening some browser like Google Chrome, given some URL request. Based on the URL request, something is displayed to the user. Something is displayed to the user. So those are called web applications. And the next one is enterprise. What is an enterprise? In the simple sense, an organization. So enterprise applications are banking applications. Finally, mobile applications. So remember that means these are the four types of applications that are implemented by using Java. That means what is the logic? By using Java, we can develop any type of application. Any type of application is developed by using Java. Okay. So for standalone application, generally we are using core Java like J2SE. Core Java is a non-technical term. Technically, J2SE, Java 2 Standard Edition. For implementing web application, we are using advanced Java, technically J2EE. J2EE. For enterprise also you are using J2EE. Java 2 Enterprise Edition. Java 2 Enterprise Edition. Here, this J2EE consists of many parts. For web application, we are using servlets and JSP. For enterprise applications, we are using EJBs like Spring's web services like that. Finally, mobile application J2ME. Okay, these are the things that we had discussed in the last section. Okay, if you have any doubt, ask me. If you have any doubt, so that is simply basic introduction. Simple basic introduction. Now, today I am moving into the next topic. Okay, just now I entered into Java. Now, how to save a program? How to save a program? What is meaning of saving a program? What is a program? Program is set of instructions to perform a task. Set of instructions to perform a task. To perform a task, we need a programming language, right or wrong? C is a programming language which is used to perform an operation. Like C++ is also a programming language. Java is a programming language. Python is a programming language. Now, that means we have different types of programming languages. How can you identify whether this program belongs to C or this program belongs to Java or this program belongs to Python? Simple thing. Suppose if you open an image, that is open the pen to save this one. How the file is saved? .jp, .jpg or .bng. For example, if you take MS Word, it is saved as .doc or .docx, Excel, .excel, .ppt, .notepad, .txt. I think each and every file have some extension. What is the important term? Extension. Okay. Now, if you are writing a C program, the program is saved with .c. This is my extension. Here before dot, you can give any name to the program according to your requirement. You can give any program. Suppose sample.c, add.c, display.c, whatever it is. Any C program saved with .c. I will write down four important programming languages. If you are using C++, .cpp, .cpp. Next, Java. How Java? .java. A Java program is saved with a file extension of .java. Suppose lastly, if you are using a Python programming language, saved as .py. Saved as .py. Clear? Any doubts? Okay. So here just I discussed how to save a program. I am not writing any program right now. Right now, I did not write any program, just saving the file. Now, before going to the Java, before going to the Java programming, here I need to explain one topic. It takes hardly 5 to 10 minutes. Understand this one. Programming languages. Programming languages. What is mean by programming languages? The languages that are used for writing a program. Yes or not? What is mean by communicating languages? English is a language which is used for communication. Telugu is a language which is used for communication. Similarly, programming languages is the languages that are used for writing a program. What are the different types of languages? We know C is a programming language, C++, Java, Python. Here, that is not my intention. So, three types of languages. One is mission level language. Second one is assembly level language. And third one is high level language. Generally, in your books, you are reading as the computer languages. So, technically, we are moving into programming languages. Now, clearly understand the point. Mission level language, assembly language, and then high level language. Now move to mission level language. After completion of everything, if you have any doubt, ask me. Why? Because this is the basics. Remember, without knowing the basics, directly not possible to move any programming. What is mission level language? The language that is understandable by the computer. The language that is understandable by the computer. Okay, that is called mission. Mission means computer. What is such language? That language is zeros and ones. You got it? That means a computer understand only zeros and ones, also called as binary language. Also called as binary language. That means in the olden days, before invention of the C, C++, Java, Python, how they write the program? They write the program by using these binary language. By using these binary language, how? Generally, they are using the concept of punch cards. They are using the concept of punch card. By using these punch cards, they are writing the program. Punch cards, they are writing the program. Suppose if punch is to happen, that is considered as 1. Punch is not happened, that is considered as 0. Okay. So just now you understand what is a mission level language. Now you understand what are the difficulties in mission level language. Observe, it is very difficult for the user. User means you are the user, I am the user, that is programmers. It is very difficult for the programmer to remember these zeros and ones, right? Why it is very difficult? Why it is very difficult? So 0 1 0 1 0 1, the combination. For example, here I am given some two numbers 3 comma 4. My aim is to perform addition operation. My aim is to perform addition operation. Now everyone, even non-technical student, even he don't know anything, everyone doing this operation 3 plus 4 by using a simple calculator. But it is not possible to write in mission level language. Why? Here these 3 comma 4 are not available. In the punch cards, only zeros and ones are available. How it is happened? First you need to give 3 in terms of zeros and ones. 4 in terms of zeros and ones, and plus is also in terms of zeros and ones. Assume this is plus. Actually we don't know what is the binary representation for plus. Now you need to give the information like this. Is it easy or difficult? 100% it is very difficult to remember all these binary information. Again, we have one more problem. What is the problem? This is the code for mission 1. Suppose if you change to some another mission, the code may be changed. The code may be changed. That means again you need to remember from mission to mission. Very difficult. To overcome this problem, what is the problem? Difficult to remember all these binary instructions. I am moving into assembly language, that is assembly level. What happens in assembly level? Instead of zeros and ones, they use the concept of mnemonics. So what is mean by mnemonics? Here 3 plus 4 is written as add 3 comma 4. You got my point? Add 3 comma 4. Directly it performs the addition by understanding the word add. Suppose here I am given this one to you. You don't know anything. Here I am giving this one to you. Even you are not technical. Generally, it is not possible. Here, what is for 1101? No one knows. Sorry, no one don't know. But If I given this statement, add 3, 4, compared to this one, it is somewhat better. Okay, here we are performing some addition between the numbers. Compared to mission, some advantage or not? Yes. But again, what is the problem? The problem is you need to remember many set of instructions. These are called instructions are also mnemonics. We have a large set of mnemonics, not a single one, not a two one. For each and every operation, we need a mnemonic like that. Suppose loading the data, storing the data, retrieving from the registers, many number of operations. It is very, very, very difficult to remember. Why? We have a large set of instructions. Again, to overcome this problem, finally, we are moving into high level language. High level language is here we are writing my programs by using our general natural language like English. Why we are writing? The high level language is easily understand for the programmer, right or not? High level language is easily understandable by the programmer. Here, what is our intention? We have to write the program in easy fashion, not in computer perspective. You have to think in your point of view. That is high level language. Now, from now onwards, we have many types of questions occurred. Interview question. What are the different questions that they are asked? Okay, you know mission level language, assembly level language, high level language. My first question is you are writing the program in high level language, but is the computer understand high level language? Yes or no? Anyone?
No, sir.
Is the
No,
computer
sir.
understand yes or no? No
No, sir.
sound. Exactly. Exactly. Perfect. Why no? Already I said a computer understand only mission level language. Suppose here I am speaking in English. Assume. If you don't know English, that means you are unable to understand. Then what is required? A translator, right or not? A
Yes.
translator is required for converting my English into Hindi or English into Telugu. Here also, a translator is required for converting one language into another language. Now, what is my point? Translator. Remember that term? Translator converting one language into another language. First, so this is not required, but I am explaining. If you are writing a program in assembly language, that is also not understandable by the mission. If you want to convert the instructions, that is assembly language into mission level language, we need a translator. The name of the translator is assembler. Now, what is mean by assembler? Assembler is a translator which is used to convert assembly language into mission level language. Okay, clear. So right now this is not required. Why? This is intermediate one. Here my condition is I am writing the program in high level language. The computer understands the program in mission level language. Then what is the need of assembly? Ignore this one. Now what is my aim? To convert high level language into mission level language. Converting high level language into mission level language. Again, we need a translator. So, for converting high level to mission level, we have two types of translators. Depending upon the programming language, you can use any of these. So, what are the two types? The two types are first one is compiler, second one is interpreter. So, the most frequently asked question. So what is mean by translator? That is not the question. The most frequently asked question is, what is the difference between compiler and interpreter? Remember, both compiler and interpreter task is converting high-level language into mission-level language. But what is the difference? Simply, I will give the difference in our general way. For example, I request please mute yourself in anyone. In case if you have any doubt, please unmute. Okay. Okay. Move back. Suppose here I given a speech. Assume I given a speech of 10 lines. My speech consists of 10 lines. Here I given my entire speech in English. I given my entire speech in English. Now, what is your aim? You need to convert into Telugu. Here we need a translator, right or wrong? Suppose if your translator name is compiler, here what happens? All 10 lines of code at a time is converted. Remember my point. Suppose my speech consists of 10 lines. Here I am given the speech in 10 minutes. What the compiler do? After completion of my entire speech is completed, that the entire thing is converted into the another language. Here, compiler what the do? The entire program is at a time converted into mission language. The entire high level language is at a time converted into mission level language. Now, what is an interpreter? Suppose in my 10 lines of speech, first I speak first line. Whenever my first line is completed, automatically that English is converted into Telugu. And then I move back. My second line. My second line, English is converted into Telugu. Now you got the point? Line by line translation. In the previous one, entire speech translation, but here line by line translation. That means what is interpreter? It converts high level language into mission level language line by line. This is the most frequently asked interview question. Remember, what is the difference between high level, compiler and interpreter? So what is your answer, sir? Compiler and interpreter both are used for converting high level language into mission level language. Compiler is used at a time. Compiler at a time converts the program into mission level language, but interpreter converts line by line. Not, please do not stop the answer. If you know complete details, give. Sir, compiler. One example programming language that uses compiler is C programming. One programming language is C. And interpreter. Who uses interpreter? Java is interpreted. Python is also interpreted. Python is also interpreted. Okay. This is my first point. Now, any doubts? Give some message, yes or no, for your understanding. If you have no doubt, simply give some message, no. Otherwise, yes. To make the communication, yes, no. Here, why I'm asking in the sense, if you are unable to understand, I will move in another pattern. That is the reason I am asking. Okay. So please provide two-way communication. If you are using two-way communication in the sense, whatever the doubts in your mind, you can freely express to me. I will freely resolve all your doubts. That is the thing. That is the reason I am regularly asking. If you have any doubt, please ping the message or unmute yourself. Okay. So very clear. Thank you very much. Now, okay. Just now you understand the different programming languages. Now I entered stages of program. Stages. That means I completed my program. Suppose I assume a Java program or assume a Python program, whatever it is. Here I written a program. What are the stages that the program follows? That is my next point. Stages of program. Remember, a program has two stages. A program has two stages. What are the two stages? One is compilation. Remember, this is not compiler. This is not compiler. Here, under this compilation, the thing happened is compiler. That is not a problem. But remember the program. Sorry, remember the statement. We have two stages of a program, not only Java. Any programming language. One is compilation. The second one is execution. Now, this is our topic. Compilation and then execution. First, I will give you a brief idea. After that, I will draw the diagram. What happens? What is mean by compilation? Compilation in the sense checking. Simple thing. We know compilation in the sense a compiler is used converting high level language into mission level language. That happened internally. Technically, what is mean by compilation? That is after performing this stage, if any errors in the program, if you have any errors in the program, the errors are displayed. That means what happens in compilation? Simply compilation means checking the program, whether the program follows the syntax rules of the programming language or not. Now you got my point. For example, coming to C language have some syntax rules. Here I am writing the program, whether the program follows the syntax rules or not. For example, each and every statement ended with semicolon. Assume each and every statement is ended with semicolon. This is one syntax rule. After compilation, we are checking whether the statement ended with semicolon or not. If it is ended with semicolon, then convert it to mission level language. Suppose if it is not ended with semicolon means the program does not satisfy the rules of the programming language. Then it gives an error. You got the point? Now, what happens? Once the compilation stage is completed, our program, that is my program, is converted into mission level language. Now, that is provided to execution. I will explain diagrammatically. First, to understand the meaning. Once the compilation is completed successfully, whatever the output you are getting under compilation, that is given to execution. Now what the execution do? Execution run the program and then give the result. Run the program and then give the result. Okay, whether it is a Java, C, Python, whatever it is, every programming languages have two stages. Two stages. Okay, now here, for clear explanation, I am using two languages, C and Java. Okay. First, write the program. Assume this is a C program. Assume my program name is some sample.c. Assume my program name is sample.c. Remember one technical word, whether it is a C, C++, Java, whatever the program you are written, generally that is called source code. What is the term source code? The language that is C, C++, Java, Python, the code that is written by the programmer. The code that is written by the programmer is called source code. Here right now I am explaining sample.c program. What is my first stage? What is my first stage? My first stage is compilation. Right or wrong? My first stage is compilation. What happens once the compilation is successful? Once the compilation is successful in C language, what it generates? If you want to learn Java, I will explain C also. What it generates, always remember C language generate an object code dot obj. Remember that. So we have one important interview question. After completion, I will explain the question. Once we source program, that is .c file is given, after completion of the compilation, it generates an object code. Object code. Internally, for this object code, linking and loading is applied internally. So here that C is not our aim. That is the reason I am not explaining. Whatever the object code that is generated, for that code, loading and linking is performed and then execution. Once the compilation is coming in the sense, this is execution, right or wrong? This is execution. Under execution, what happens? It generates sample.exe file. Executable file. Exe means executable file. That executable file gives the result. Now you completed the two phases, that is two stages. First, I take the source program. Whenever we are performing compilation, it generates the object file. Once that object file is generated, and when you are performing execution, it generates executable file. Okay. Now you understand at the starting of the session why I explained how to save the program. This is the reason. Everything is interrelated. So if you don't know anything, you are an non-IT student, you don't know anything. That is the reason the C program is saved with .c. Now, exactly coming to another example, assume sample.java. This is my program. Here, you said that Java is interpreted. Remember, even though Java is interpreted, we need to perform compilation and then interpretation. Remember, not the compiler. We need to perform compilation. So, whenever the source program .java is given, after completion of my first step, compilation, very important. C is not at all important, but Java very important. What it generates? A Java program after compilation generates a class file. This is dot class file. It is termed as bytecode, a famous word, bytecode. So once the Java program completes the compilation, bytecode is generated. That is dot class file. Now, once this bytecode is moved to execution, it generates as usual sample.exe, an executable file, and this file gives the result. And this file gives the result. Okay. Here internally we have some concept. After generation of class, what happens? How we are performing execution? We are using some tools, JDK, JVM, JRE. We will discuss in the next session. Right now, here what is my point? Here the important question is, what is the difference between object code and bytecode? Here I will show you diagrammatically. So I already shared the material. for previous class. Just now we discussed this one, compilation. What is mean by compilation? The process of checking whether the program is constructed by using the rules of the language or not. Yes or no? Now, if you are using C and C++, just now we discussed the diagram. After compilation, what it generates? By object-to code, that is saved with .obj, right? Yes. Now, if you are writing a Java program, here understand the diagram, already diagram. If you are writing the Java program, after compilation, what it generates? Dot class, also called as bytecode. Bytecode is saved in the form of dot class. Okay. My compilation is completed. My compilation is completed. Now, whenever we are moving to execution, C program generates .exe and then give the result. Java also generates .exe and get the result. But internally, directly it is not moved to the execution. Internally, we have a concept of JVM. Sorry, Java Virtual Mission. Now, that Java Virtual Mission takes this bytecode and then give the result. Now, where the execution is happened? The execution is happened inside the JVM. We discuss in detail about JVM in the next session. Now, see this diagram and understand. For example, this is my C program or C++. First, you are using either C or C++ compiler first to perform compilation. After compilation, what it generates? An object to code. And parallelly, loading and linking is happened whenever we are using test.exe. This is C program. Now, in Java, text.java, whenever you are performing compilation by using Java, for C programming, C compiler, Java compiler, right? So what it generates? A bytecode, also called as dot class. Now remember where the execution is inside JVM. I think what is our next topic? Our next topic is obviously JVM. Yes or no? Yes. Now, before going to the next topic, what is the difference between object to code and byte code? The very important question. So this one, everyone know the basic point. C and C++ program generate object to code. Java generates byte code. That is a basic difference. Everyone know. After completion of the last topic, everyone give the answer. But that is not the original answer. The original answer is this diagram. Understand this diagram carefully. This is a mission. For example, this is my computer. Yes or no? Each and every mission have an operating system. Yes or no? So assume this blue box. This is my operating system. This is my mission. Where the operating system is present? The operating system is present in a mission or not? Yes. Here, now I opened my mission. Automatically an operating system is opened. Here you are writing a C program. Here you are writing a C program by using, that is either C or C++, whatever it is, not a problem. Now, after writing the program, what is the first stage? After writing the program, what is the first stage? Compilation. But remember, the C language have no inbuilt-in compiler, even though you install the software, but we have no inbuilt-in compiler. What happened? Whenever you try to perform compilation, it asks the operating system. It asks the operating system, please perform compilation for my C program. Now I given, that is, I install this compiler in the operating system. With the help of operating system only, the compilation is performed. Observe, after this one, objective code. But where the operating system is present? Operating system is present on the mission. Now, what is the point? Whatever the object code that is generated, that object code is depend on the operating system. Yes or not? Suppose if you are using Windows operating system, one type of output we are getting. If you are using Linux, or if you are using Windows 10, Windows 90, Windows 98, different operating systems. Why? Because the C and C++ compilers directly not possible to perform compilation. They request the operating system, please provide some support for compilation. So that is the reason, whatever the objective code that is generated, that depends on the operating system. Internally, that depends on the mission. Now, note the point. What is my point? The compiled code is generated. See this one. While objective code generation, operating system is participated. That is an involvement of operating system for object code generation. Now, object code depends on operating system. Yes or no? So that is, object to code is, what is operating system? A platform. Object to code is a platform dependent code. Operating system is a platform dependent code. Now, what is the disadvantage? Suppose here in my operating system, I generate an obj.obj file. Observe indeed, whatever the obj file generated, that belongs to this operating system and this mission only. If you are using this obj in another system, is it is executed? No. Why? This have another operating system, this have another architecture, mission architecture. So suppose here I am using 64-bit architecture, assume your mission has 32-bit architecture. So that is the very important point. So what is the disadvantage? An object to code is platform dependent. That means in one system the object code is generated. It is not possible to execute the object code in another system. Why? Depends on the platform, that is operating system. Operating system in detail depends upon the mission. For our example, even you don't know, we have a concept of data type in C language. In any language, data type is available. Assume if you know, okay, integer is a data type. If you are using 32-bit mission architecture, the size is 2 bytes. If you are using 64-bit architecture, the size is 4 bytes. That meaning is, depending upon the architecture, here architecture in the sense mission, depending upon the mission, the sizes vary. I think you got the point. Suppose if I write my program in this mission, if you copy the object code in this mission, is it executed? It gives an error. That is object code. Exactly the reverse one. What is the reverse one? Whatever the dot class, that is bytecode is generated, you can place the bytecode in any mission. In any mission, what is the diagram? Here observe the entire red box. This is a Java software. From the next session you understand JDK. This is the Java software called as Java Development Kit. No problem. In detail, we will explain later. First step, Java compiler perform compilation and then generates the bytecode. Here observe, the software internally consists of the compiler. The software internally consists of JVM. Then no need to depend on the operating system, yes or no? Once we install the software, the JDK internally consists of the compiler. That is the reason we are not dependent on the operating system. Whatever the bytecode that is generated, now you can place the bytecode in any mission. How we will explain in detail the next session. That is the what is my next session? Very important topic. The next session I will explain what is JDK, what is JVM, what is JRE. After that, installation of a Python software. That is the agenda of next session. If you have any doubt, please ask me. So today, that's all for today. If you have any doubt, please ask me. I already said for these 3 days only, I will close the session before 5 to 10 minutes. From Monday onwards, the session is from 7 to 8 sharp. Not a problem. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Hope you understand the session. Thank you very much for the today's session. So I'm closing the session. Thank you very much. If you have any doubts, please unmute and ask the doubt. No problem.
Sir,
After completion of tomorrow's session, you will get the complete idea what happens in Java. Not a problem. Yes, please.
sir, a object bytecode is different.
Yes. What is the
Converting
difference?
object
Hmm.
code in C language and Java
Hmm.
source code
Yes, if you
convert
are
into
using
compile
exactly. If you
source
are
code
using C program, okay, I will give you. If you are using C programming language, the source code is converted into objective code. Suppose if you are using Java programming language, the Java source code is converted into bytecode. That is the difference. First difference.
yes,
Okay. Next difference, you will understand the next session. Why? Once you understand the JDK, then you will understand in detail knowledge. Okay.
okay, okay,
Yes.
thank you.
Okay. So thank you very much. That's all for the today's session. Meet you in the next session. Thank you very much.